Hey y'all, it's Ginger with Ginger Snap Thrifting. Thanks so much for tuning in this evening. If you enjoy my video, I would like to invite you to subscribe. I love to thrift, I love to hit yard sales and estate sales, and I love snapping up good deals. Well, let me tell y'all, I did not think Memorial Day weekend would be a very good thrifting weekend, but Friday before Memorial Day, I looked on Facebook Marketplace and saw a couple of yard sales advertised. So the husband and I took off in the old white beast, the old Tahoe, to see what we could find. And en route, we found the most awesome estate sale. So let's see what we snapped up. I love driftwood. You can do so many things with it. Check out this cool piece of driftwood. You can use it in florals. You can just set it by your pool, whatever you want to do with it. Rolling pins. Oh, I hit the mother load on rolling pins. Look at all these great old rolling pins, y'all. Here's another. Here's a big one. And one more. It's a one-piece rolling pin. Well, not really, but it's sort of. Rolling pins. Everybody loves rolling pins. They look cool sitting up. Check this out. It's an old clock. It's on like a bird cage. We'll clean all that up. We'll do some painting on this, clean it up. And if the clock doesn't work, I'll order me a clock box off Amazon Marketplace and I will fix it. Piggy bank. Isn't she cute? She's holding her pennies. She's got them falling down. She's holding them there. Isn't that a sweet face? Up. This is a pestle maybe. I'm not sure. Some kind of a neat old wooden kitchen item. A meat tenderizer. Check that out. I thought to start with it was a little hatchet down in there on a wooden handle. Man, you could tenderize some steaks or chicken breasts with that. And a big pig. Look at those eyes. Look at those glass eyes. Isn't that just the cutest thing? Isn't he sweet? All right. An auger, I guess. Really cool for the man cave or to hang up in the kitchen area in the primitive kitchen. American Home All-Purpose Cookbook. This is a 1966 volume. I love old cookbooks. If y'all don't know, my sister-in-law Tally has a YouTube video, In the Kitchen with Tally Faye, and she does some awesome recipes, and I always am looking for cookbooks to share recipes with her. Check out this big angel, y'all. Kind of dusty, kind of dirty. Got a little naked bottom there. Isn't he sweet? We'll be putting some paint on him and cleaning him all up. And y'all, I looked at this a couple of times before I bought it. It's like a mama duck or maybe a mama goose with her babies. We used to have geese. And when mama's eggs hatched, the daddies and all the rest of the flock would take care of the babies while she sat on the rest of the eggs trying to hatch the rest of them. It was so sweet. Of course, they would pinch you if you got too close. It's a cement vase. Look at that patina on that. Isn't that awesome? That's just got the right look, I think. Look at this. It's a giant coffee cup with a chick hatching out, and it says, seriously, I can't. Well, yeah, you can, baby. Just keep pecking at it. Let's see. There's a neat vintage children's book. Get that tag off of it so y'all can see it good. In City and Country, children's reader. Check that out. It was a school reader. Wild animals, farm crops, etc. Copyright 1935, right there. And here's another one. The Elson Reader's Primer. This book belongs to Barbara Squires, Barberton, Ohio. Barberton, Ohio, Route 3. Route 3, that's all you need to know to get it back to them. Copyright 1927. Check that out. Man, back then, those first graders, they learned to read. It was none of this. I see a cat. It was some stories. Y'all remember those? Did y'all read Dick and Jane or Tom and Sue? And I did. Everyone still loves the little red truck. This is one just to hang on the wall. It's like empty on the back. But anyway, they're real cute. They're great for fall decor. I'm holding this back because I got the lid to it somewhere. Alrighty. This thing weighs a ton. I think it's full of leaves and mud, I think. It's cast iron. It's obviously been out in the barn, but it's in really nice shape except for the mud that's on it and in it. That's going to be a husband chore cleaning that out. This was an awesome find. This whole thing's full of glue sticks. Between my granddaughter and I, we go through some glue sticks. I may never have to buy another glue stick. How about that? This is a little vintage copper with stainless steel lined on the inside, copper on the outside, a little teapot. I think this is a Bakelite handle. And it's got a Made in India tag on it. It's a nice shape. This is fun, y'all. I got me a whole pack of old photos. Look at that baby, isn't he sweet? This whole bag is full of old pictures. I'm just gonna show y'all a couple. Look at this one. Little flower embossed on that. Ain't he dapper? Isn't that a handsome man? They don't make them like that anymore, ladies. And his family probably had some money if they had one of these photographs made. None of these photographs have names on. Here's another gentleman. Check him out. Y'all, over where we have our booth in Jefferson, there's a lady that has small photos, and it says adopt a ghost, and she sells these little photos. This is just a picture of an old building. I don't know what that building is. Let's pull one more out. Let's see what this is. Aw. Look at this little boy. He's in a little sailor outfit. Isn't he a cutie? I made my oldest son a sailor outfit when he was little. I made him wear it too. It was cute. But he was little. He would be embarrassed to know he wore that. But he did. Alrighty. It's a metal blue bonnet. It's seen some wear. It's got some rust on it, but man, wouldn't that be sharp looking just sitting out on the porch? I love blue bonnets. Texas blue bonnets, y'all. They're awesome. Here's this. I have not looked this up, and it is not marked, but I believe it is an old vintage Pillsbury Doughboy cookie jar, I believe. Like I said, I haven't looked it up, but I just thought he was sweet. He's pretty grungy. He needs scrubbed down pretty good. Wrap him back up so he doesn't get a chip on him. It's a cowbell. It's got a big old leather collar on it. I guess it came off a cow, I guess. Pretty rusty, pretty grungy, cool little farm implement. Y'all, these are for me if they cook good. This is the Revere Ware copper clad skillets with the iconic handles. My mama thought these were so beautiful. She so wanted a set of cookware like this, and she never could afford them. So I always buy these, and I've got quite a collection in the house. My husband hates that I've got so many pots, but I use them all, y'all. I use them. And if I can't use these, I will sell them. Another cool piece of driftwood. I found me a bunch of bundt cake pans. This is a small bundt cake pan. This is one with a different shape. These are cast aluminum, I believe. And then a couple of, a small one and a large one, the real thin aluminum. Y'all know what I do with these? I turn them into pumpkins at Halloween. Got me a turntable. I'm always painting stuff. I can set this on my craft table and I can just spin it instead of trying to turn the thing around. Another little mini frame. I promised y'all in a previous video I'd show y'all an upcycle or a revamp, a reimagine on these mini frames. And I haven't forgotten. This. Beautiful old teapot. Y'all look. Y'all look at the roses on that. Isn't that beautiful? It's like the genie shape, the genie lamp shape. And this is a hall. It's got a nice logo back there. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is a hall pottery teapot. And we wrapped it up in a cute little Kitchen Diva apron. Yep, it's backwards. There you go. Isn't that sweet? Somebody will love that. I'm a big girl. Store-bought aprons don't really fit me like I want them to. I usually just make my own. All right. Some more items. I love how they use children in old prints. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And then I don't know if y'all can see this. Isn't that a pretty girl in her little yellow dress? Isn't that gorgeous? They don't do advertising like that anymore. And then this is a Norman Rockwell print. It's kind of old and ratty, but it'll make a good decoupage item, you know. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have my husband stop the video just for a minute so we can pull some more things out and finish showing y'all. All right, y'all, well, I'm back. Well, here we have this awesome old black, I guess it's wire, it's really heavy. I guess it's a giant fruit bowl, vegetable bowl. It's a little rusty, it's real grungy. We'll be cleaning this up and painting it probably matte black because that's the popular color these days. Somebody's gonna be excited to get that. Got another old tea kettle. This one doesn't have a lid and the handle's kind of screwy, but you know, these look real cute with some silk flowers sitting out on your porch, and people just love them. Now this, my husband said, what do you want with that? It's dusty, it's got grapes on it, which are a little dated, but look at this vase, y'all. Can y'all see that angel? Can y'all see him? Isn't he pretty? You know I'm gonna get rid of all this crazy stuff and paint him, maybe cement paint him and make him look just beautiful. This is fun. It's a board. Look at this old cheese grater on it. Check that out. You know, this is a little loose. We're gonna change that. I don't know if we'll keep the board or not, but it'll look kind of similar to this. I'll get rid of all this. I'm thinking maybe some red, white, and blue since it's summer, you know. I think that'll be pretty. Now I looked at this for a long time. She didn't want very much for it, so I went ahead and got it. My husband might have to back up for you to see the whole thing. It's a clock. What do y'all think? Big old iron clock. Probably gonna have to do some work on the clock to make it work, but for what she was asking, it was well worth the price. I think she wanted $3 for it. I could get my workout done just lifting this thing up and down. Look how tall it is. I'm 5'9", so you know, it's probably pushing 4 foot, and it's heavy. Old wooden ironing board with all the legs. Of course, you know it's got to be cleaned up. It's got to be prettied up. I've got some vintage quilt pieces. I may just cover it with a vintage quilt. We'll see. I buy old ratty tore up quilts and turn them into other things. That'll be another one of my revamps. And y'all, I thought this was pretty. This was at an estate sale. The lady had a craft shed. She had a bunch of stuff out there. This was way up on the top shelf. And it wasn't priced, and I asked them to come in and price it for me because they were cleaning out the house. And they did. I love it because it's got a windmill. My grandma Jordan and Grandpa Jordan they had a windmill at their tank outside San Saba, Texas. So I love windmills. This is signed. It's got glass on it. I don't know if it's a print or if it's a painting. It's signed to Norma and Marvin. Very best wishes. 3/25/1983, and it's signed L.W. Doyle maybe, but it says Psalm 104:23. So Psalm 104:20 starts talking about the beasts of the field and how they they strut around at night and how God provides their food, and then when daybreak comes, they go back to their little dens and all, and then man comes out and toils at his labor until sunset, and then he goes back to his home to rest. So the Psalms have some beautiful poetry. If you've never read them, just open up a book. It's not old King James anymore. They have some modern language now. So this will probably go in my house. It's not blue bonnets, but I really like it. Okay, so this, I'm going to pull this out over here. This is a wrought iron. Maybe I can get it right there. It's a wrought iron plant holder. I've got one on my porch. It holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potted plants. These are very vintage, very collectible. But we will be sanding the rust off this and painting it and probably using it for ourselves. We have a bunch of plants, and in the winter here in Northeast Texas, they have to come in or they die. Alrighty, we're gonna pause the video just for a moment so we can move around to the side of the truck to show you what else we got. Did you pop? Okay, y'all, we are rolling down to the end. I know this has been a little bit of a longer thrift haul video, but we found such some cool stuff. So this came from a yard sale. This little family if I can get it out, it's big. This little girl, her husband, and their children inherited his, I think she said it was his grandmother's home. And they moved here from Florida. I'm gonna set this on the ground, let my husband get it. And so she said they moved in without any furniture because the house was fully furnished and decorated. And so, you know, a lot of things weren't really her style. So this was one of the things that they were letting go. The mirror and frame are in good shape. We will be replacing the florals and attaching the window box and making it a little bit more sturdy. But it's a real heavy duty. It's an actual wood window. It's not a reproduction. And the glass has been replaced with mirrors. And then this is something I've been looking for a while. Ain't nothing great. It's just an old bread machine, a Sunbeam bread machine. It's got the book and all the paperwork in it. So, you know they didn't use it a whole lot if they've still got all that. I love to make yeast bread and sourdough bread. But in the heat of summer, in this old 100-year-old house, I try not to run my oven any more than I have to, so I can still make my wheat bread or my sourdough or whatever and not heat up my whole house from the oven. So y'all, I think that's it. Let me check. Yep. That's it for our thrift haul over Memorial Day weekend. We had such a good haul. I don't know if we're gonna have a thrift haul this next week because, you know, it starts to pile up after a while. But I appreciate you hanging with me and watching this video through to the end. Like I said earlier, if you enjoyed it, if you like to watch thrift hauls, if you like to watch upcycles and revamps and what have you, then subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notified. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I hope you had a great Memorial Day, and I hope this coming week is just as wonderful and blessed. I'm Ginger, and this is Ginger Snap Thrifting.